Gotta do everything by myself here.
Humans are
Humans are. What is this? A video for ants? Oh yeah. Mojanga redeemed a posture check, guys. So make sure to check your posture. Nymn also got redeemed by Already Salty, so make sure to spam Nymn.
Deep in tropical jungles lie floating kingdoms ruled by beautiful and deadly masters. They're sort of the high elves of the ant kingdoms.
Thank you for your
talented architects that create castles and city-states.
I like ants.
But they are also fierce and expansionist warriors, and their kingdoms are ensnared in a never-ending war for survival. Oecophila weaver ants.
What's your name? Everybody dab on the drop. 1, 2, dab. Mad.
Oecophila weavers walk on long legs, have slender bodies and large eyes, which make them look pretty cute. Although their strong mandibles and the ability to shoot acid also make them pretty good at killing. But more on that later.
Yeah, of course I've
Their
checked
colonies usually have 2 to 3 worker classes that vary dramatically in size.
Yo, Nymn in the
Majors,
chat.
miners, and sometimes even tiny minim workers. Depending on location and species, they vary in color from dark brown to emerald green. Other than their fancy looks, what makes weavers special is that they're in the kingdom building business. They like to build at pretty much all heights, starting in shrubs a few centimeters above the ground and up to 10 meters in the tree canopy. But they're not satisfied with ruling just one plant. Weavers will look for twigs or lianas that bridge the gap to other trees and expand to every plant they can reach. This way, colonies spread upwards and sideways through the treetops. The largest weaver ant kingdoms we know of occupy up to 1,600 square meters, around 4 basketball courts. A lot of ground to cover.
Sorry, the biggest what?
For tiny ants and impossibly hard.
I can't hear anything when they're doing it. It doesn't matter if I mute my mic. I'm not gonna be able to hear the video. You're not allowed to drill on Sundays. Call the cops. I just moved in here. I'm not gonna be Karen of the neighborhood, okay? Besides, all my neighbors probably hate me because they keep hearing my soy screams in the middle of the day every day.
Hard to control. So, weaver ants construct dozens of nests scattered all over their territory. Outposts to defend the kingdom. Tubes or balls made from leaves and ghostly silk sheets. These masterpieces of high ant architecture are created by the weaver majors, the larger worker ants, which are responsible for the more dangerous jobs like fighting,
did he say the mages?
Foraging, and nest construction. To start a new nest, a major tries to bend different leaves in her surroundings into a tube. If one of the leaves is flexible enough, more workers will arrive to help.
Holy shit.
Chains of workers pull the leaf's edges together or reach across gaps and grab distant leaves to add them to the construction. While the bending and pulling is going on, other workers carry larvae from the closest nest to the construction site.
I feel like this video would work better with actual footage though.
Themselves a cocoon to protect themselves.
Wait, we have shitters? I love shitters.
The weaver ant larvae give all of their silk to the colony as building material. So when the workers tap the larvae's heads on the leaf, they release...
Yo, hold on, Schnoz Goblin, I'm reacting.
...their sticky thread like tiny, cute glue guns. This
way,
my God! The workers sew the bent leaf onto itself so it won't unfold anymore.
This is incredible!
This creates a central chamber that's used as the basis for up to 300 more leaves that are wound around it. Together, they form little pockets and act as additional rooms for the new outpost. To make it even more cozy, miner workers use the larvae to weave additional floors and chambers. Nests are usually constructed as barracks on the territory's borders or as storage for brood and food supplies.
That's amazing.
The ants don't need to cross vast distances to the headquarters, but have soldiers close to any potential point of conflict. Apart from one special nest in the middle of the network, which is reserved for the queen and
for
her
very
guards.
special people.
Here, she produces hundreds of eggs a day, which get transferred to suitable nests with brood chambers. So a colony is a network of little castles and moats connected by suspension bridges made from leaves, lianas, and twigs. An established colony easily has 500,000 individuals that need to be fed. Fortunately, weaver ants evolved to have very close and beneficial relationships with their hosts, shrubs, and trees.
Oh?
The tree gives the ants a home and access to sweet
Yum, yum,
sap
yum.
to drink. But maybe even more importantly, it allows them to cultivate cattle like aphids or caterpillars that produce honeydew for them.
What's in it for the
This would usually
tree
hurt
then?
a tree, but these insects belong to a small group of VIPs. Only a few selected neighbors and the ants' cattle are allowed on the fruit tree. Many other insects and even larger herbivores are scared off, or even killed and eaten. So in most cases,
They're like the mob.
the tree only has to tolerate acceptable levels of damage while being
What's
protected
going on
from
in
more
Miska's
dangerous
chat?
pests. The weaver ant kingdom could be an ant paradise if there wasn't competition. Mostly from other kingdoms. Just like medieval humans, every queen seeks to conquer others and make their land their own. Controlling fertile land is the key to survive in the jungle.
Are there any ant games? That would be sick. Imagine if you could play as an ant. You'd have your colony that you control. You'd send your armies off and be like an MMO. You're like, oh, that guy's got his colony over there. Let's attack him, dude.
And if a kingdom
A
loses
game for ants.
too much of it, it shrinks and is
An
overrun
RTS ant
or
game?
starves to death.
I think I'd want it like, I want to be there. I want to be on the stick. Kind of like... Kind of like that other game that where you shrunk down. You know?
So expanding and defending their borders is critical to keep the colony alive. When a kingdom invades another, it first gathers an army of a few thousand
Gwa, gwa,
mages
gwa, gwa,
who
gwa.
make their way towards the
Wave
opposing
one.
colony. The goal is to steal a bit of territory and take it over. Defending weaver patrols quickly spot the invaders and immediately release an alarm pheromone. Some rush to the front to defend, while others rush to the closest outposts for help, marking their route with pheromones.
He's farting.
Whenever they meet other sisters, they jerk their bodies as if in a fight to signal them to follow the pheromone trail to the front line. At the sight of battle, mages from both parties raise their bodies, circle each other with mandibles wide open, and try to seize their opponents. If an ant gets a hold of her opponent, the victim is pulled into a group of allied mages and pinned down.
Oh no!
The ants then rip the victim apart, clipping off antennae and legs and slicing open their abdomens. To slow down the advance of the attackers, the defending mages squirt formic acid over the battlefield to chemically burn their targets. This
Why didn't they
is
do
soon
that
answered
immediately?
in the same way by the attackers. In the chaotic battle, both parties lose countless fighters on the increasingly acidic battlefield.
Damn, dude.
After a few minutes, the backup from the outposts arrive, and the time window for a successful attack slowly closes. This is when the battle turns. The defenders slowly push back the
Why they gotta fight, man?
party. In the end, the attackers can't keep up and have to retreat. For both parties, it was a costly battle.
Yeah.
Thousands of corpses lie piled up on the ground under the battlefield, and many ants are severely injured. The defending colony's nests and brood are safe though. The attackers' attempt to steal new, valuable territory has failed. For today. They'll try again soon.
Yeah, they should ban
But the
crossword.
kingdom
voice
will
crack.
be ready. For the high ants of
Okay, Miskiv's chat, y'all are very funny. I've seen your joke. I am this close to closing the tab now, so my mentions tab can be at peace.
the floating kingdoms, war is nothing special, it's just a fact of life. Because as we know, empires never ever have enough. And the weaver ants are ready to fight. This video is part 3 in a series that was developed with the support of Curiosity.
I don't remember the other ones.
A subscription
This
with
was...
thousands of
Who remembers my Curiosity stream sponsor streams? Those were the days.
documentaries and non-fiction
That was a good
titles.
sponsor, dude.
Curiosity
React
Stream
sponsor.
was founded by the same people who started the Discovery Channel. So it's all about documentaries on science.
This was really interesting, but I feel like it would have been infinitely more interesting if you could see the actual footage instead of some motion graphics depicting the footage, right? Oh god, I don't miss Holy Wars. No, that was the worst one. You guys could not...